because you're gonna be sick, you should just like I'll add like a little bit at the very beginning and just like say like, "Hey guys, it's Connor. I'm sick. Welcome to Hike the Y podcast."
Oh, you want me to do the intro from here?
Yeah, do the intro. I'll hold you up to the microphone.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay,
Tell me when.
Okay, I'm ready.
What's up, everybody? This is Connor. Yeah, I'm sick a little bit today, but I wanted to welcome you all to Hike the Y podcast today. Brandon and Nate are going to be doing it while I'm not there, but shout out to them. We cover all things BYU sports in this podcast, so buckle up. It's going to be a fun episode.
Connor, we love you.
Let's go, Connor.
Yeah, Connor.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, Connor. Connor, thank you for your words.
Yeah, Connor obviously out feeling sick today, so we're going to run a two-man, just me and Nate.
Okay,
But hopefully it's fun. This is our first time, just two dudes just chilling in a podcast room talking.
I'm kind of like sad because like it used to be Ty, and now Connor's gone. Like, who's next?
Oh, yeah,
bro?
it's one of us out.
Like I just feel bad. Like, there's 4 seats here, and there's only 2 of us. But
Yeah, we got to get some guests on the show.
yeah, but hey, welcome to the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
2 dudes talking about sports. There's nothing. This has never been done before.
Yeah.
This is
like
peak.
something brand new.
Brand new.
Right out of something. Not right out of something, I guess. If it was
Brand new, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. Now that we've gotten all those awkward, weird, unfinished sayings out of the way, today we're gonna start it off with something that doesn't really have to do with BYU, but it's pretty fun, and that's the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl in the NFL, if you haven't been following, has just gone down in recent years. If you watched the Pro Bowl 20 years ago, you're like, oh my gosh, like these guys are going at it. It's fun. And now you watch the Pro Bowl today, and it's just a flag football game and some challenges where no one really cares. And so, oh wait, Nate just looked at me like, I care. I want to hear. Are you like a big Pro Bowl enthusiast, Nate?
no, I'm not a big Pro Bowl like enthusiast. I don't think I've ever watched it. I don't really like the NFL as much. Like I'll watch a couple of games.
Okay.
But like I remember seeing a clip with Steve Young, I think. Is that like the competition where they throw the football like whoever can throw the football the farthest? Yeah. And then it's like I remember a couple of years like seeing like clips of Tom Brady throwing stuff into garbage cans and stuff like that. Is that the Pro Bowl? I'm
Yeah, like the
unfamiliar
Pro
with the
Bowl
whole
games.
concept.
Yeah, the skills challenges.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think it's been cool to watch. I haven't heard anything about it in like the most recent years. I've only heard like or seen clips from like 2010s.
Way back. It's gone down like in terms of effort with the players, just like giving it their all. Like they just don't do it anymore, and people don't want to watch it. So I have some ideas for ways that we can make the Pro Bowl better, and I want to hear your take on what you think. All right, here's the first one. It's kind of like the NBA. There's a Rising Stars game. So like how you have the regular game, you get some like rookies and second-year dudes, and then you throw them on a football field, and you have them play each other, and maybe they'll have some effort.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I really like the concept of like these are some new guys to the NFL. Like it's a good opportunity for fans to like start becoming like a fan base for a specific player. You know, you'll see like there are people in the NFL who love Joe Burrow, but they don't necessarily love the Bengals.
Yeah.
Or like they like Travis Kelce. I don't want to say why people like him, but like they don't necessarily love the Chiefs, you know? And so I could see that being a good opportunity for sports fans at home being like, "Ooh, I really like this new guy, Bear Bachmeyer." Like, "Oh, this is a really cool player." Like, "Oh, I've never seen this person before," and it kind of gives like a way for football to be a little bit more fun, a little bit more casual for these guys. Like, of course, I could see it being like super intense, but like they might just have like a fun time going out there, like making jokes, doing backflips, doing some like pretty fun stuff.
Just see a player do a backflip on the field.
I mean,
that'd be actually.
I mean, we've seen that, like a front flip.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess we've seen a couple front flips. That would be cool, but imagine like you're in the middle of a backflip and someone just like hits you. That's how you end your career right there.
Yeah, I'm just like giving like a.
That would be a fun competition,
like a proposal, like
a skills competition where they like get on a trampoline, do the coolest tricks you can do.
Yeah,
that'd be fire. All right, here's my next proposal.
Okay.
We have, how like there's the skill competitions, you were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
We have skill competitions for other sports.
Oh.
So like you get basketball, baseball, soccer, like all these cool things. You could like throw like some ping pong in there, stuff like that. And it's like an all-round competition. So you have to compete in every sport. I think there was like something like this that they did with some athletes like a year ago or something. But for the Pro Bowl, you do that. I think that'd be really cool. Like I've seen Puka Nakua and not Myles Garrett. Now I'm spacing on his name. The Raiders defensive end, Max Crosby. Like I've seen those guys hoop.
Yeah.
And they're good. I just think it'd be super cool to like see these guys go out for other sports, and I think that maybe they'd actually put some effort into it, like if they're trying to prove themselves.
Yeah, and I think if you have like a trophy being like 3-on-3 tournament, and
yeah,
and then
I like that.
I have a trophy from the Pro Bowl because it's like these like football athletes. It's not like they can just play football. These guys are probably insane at volleyball, insane at basketball, and dude, it'd be really funny, like throwing a sport like a sport that's like they could easily
Gymnastics,
just like pick up.
Fun.
Yeah,
Fun to see them try to do that.
That'd be a little dangerous. But like put tennis in there because like I don't feel like they all know how to do tennis.
There'd be like a couple guys who are like really good, and then everyone else
just like a random Joe Schmo. Like like I could see like who would be good at tennis? I'm trying to think of like
I don't know.
Jamar Chase. He just hops out there. He's secretly just like insane at tennis. And do you know who does this? Dude Perfect has been doing this recently. And so Dude Perfect will go to like there's like a group of like golfers. I think there's like 5 golfers who they have like a YouTube channel. And then Dude Perfect has like this wheel and they spin the wheel. And then they compete in head-on activities like golfing or basketball or soccer. And like Dude Perfect, they're really good at basketball. They're really good at like football and stuff. But like sometimes it's like darts. And it's just funny to see like, well, it's just funny to see them like clutch it up or be awful at it. So it's like, it'd be funny to see like a crazy quarterback out there playing tennis. And it's like, it's just really trash. Like I wouldn't say do it.
Yeah, that would be, I don't know. I feel like you think the quarterbacks would be better at tennis than everyone else?
Maybe.
Just because they have like placement. The arm.
Yeah.
Always have the arm motion. I don't know. I think that would be really fun.
I would watch that.
I hope the NFL does that eventually.
Maybe even the NBA too. Like have like NBA and NFL.
NBA I feel like the NBA, it's always hard because like they always do their stuff on the court.
Yeah.
The skills challenges and stuff that they do. But maybe they branch out. Maybe they have like a week and they go out. But I feel like the NBA has some iconic stuff.
Yeah.
Like the dunk contest, which is, gone down in star caliber that's been competing, but it's been fun.
Maybe people like for the NFL, it's like try to recreate the OBJ catch.
Oh,
because I don't know if you ever did that at recess, but they'll like toss they'd be like, "Oh, throw me an OBJ."
Oh yeah, and then you have to have the 3 fingers. You're like, you have 4 fingers. That doesn't count.
The referee just like not about catch. Yeah, I think there's some like creativity that can go in there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, here's one that's like not really my idea, but I thought it'd be interesting to try it out again. Before 2009, I think the Pro Bowl was actually after the Super Bowl. It wasn't in the week before, and it allowed for the teams that went to the Super Bowl to play, and then I don't know why, but like maybe it was more competitive because like all the other football is over. Maybe fans wanted to watch that more. Would you want to see the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl, or do you like it where it is right now?
I mean, I like it before the Super Bowl for a very specific reason, and I think it's because teams that didn't make it to the Super Bowl still have an opportunity to get a little bit of like television time, or like they get to go play football on TV. I feel like if you play in the Super Bowl, that's your victory. Either you can play in the Pro Bowl or you can go play in the Super Bowl. And I think most athletes would choose to play in the Super Bowl. It's kind of unfair to the person who gets to play double jeopardy and play in the Super Bowl and then go play in the Pro Bowl. I think leaving the Pro Bowl to just players who didn't make it to the Super Bowl, I kind of like it how it is now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I mean the Pro Bowl is tonight, and I feel like lots of people don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
But
I had no idea.
yeah, like it's just not as popular as it was before. Maybe if it was after the Super Bowl, people are like, oh, I get one more football game and then the season's over. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my last idea
Okay,
how to
last
make it
idea.
better. I feel like this would be super fun to see. Instead of having like the NFC versus the AFC, you have all defensive players versus all offensive players. And so like you got to have who's going to be your quarterback for your defense.
Yeah.
Who's going to be like your middle linebacker if everyone's on the offense? I feel like that'd be so fun to like see the players just play out of position and try to figure out like how to do everything. And I don't know. I think it'd be a really cool time.
This is flag football?
It's flag football now. Although like watching a tackle football game like that would be, oh man, it'd be awesome. It'd be so fun.
Someone on the offensive side would die. Like someone would just get like smashed between two 400-pound linemen. Dude, like a wide receiver, I feel like that's like super dangerous. And I think if it's flag football, like the concept on paper like is pretty funny. But like I feel like a wide receiver or someone could be a pretty good quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks who like play quarterback in high school become tight ends or wide receivers. And so I could just see like a tight end just throwing absolute nukes to their wide receivers, and then like the linemen not being able to chase them down. And then like, because like the linemen are pretty slow. Like, like I'm not calling them like big bodies, but they're not fast as like a wide receiver. So
Who do you think would win that game, defense or offense?
offense,
Really?
I would definitely go offense because I feel like the offense would be a little bit more shifty. You would have a lot less time in the pocket, but I would say for sure the offense is way more time, or they would have more, like their speed would play into it a lot more than like.
Well, I mean, you got like defensive backs
I
and
don't think-
safeties that are quick too.
Okay, I guess
I
that's
feel
fair.
like a bunch of defensive players start on the offensive end. Like, I don't know, if you're a kid growing up, like 90% of the time you're like, I want to be an offensive player.
Yeah.
And I feel like lots of offensive players eventually transition to defense.
Play
And so
safety.
maybe they have
Okay.
like some offensive experience.
Okay,
I don't know.
I could see that.
It would be fun.
I think it'd be interesting to just try it out once and see what the turnout is.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's interesting to watch, if the fans like it.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think. I haven't been thinking about this before. Like, which NFL defensive player do I think would be like a good quarterback?
good quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd probably put my money on like.
Some like
I'll have to-
cornerback or say we'll have to like think
Well,
about this.
We
and
might have
come
to
back.
try this as like a beginning of the podcast, like next in a future episode. That's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
I actually have an idea. Now that
Okay.
now that you've like been throwing out some ideas, I think one idea that I like is play football on a trampoline park. Like, have you ever seen like the basketball on trampoline parks?
Yeah.
I think football. Like, just imagine the throws.
Like
that
a
you'd be able-
flag football game or you're like tackling someone. I don't know. Someone would die.
I guess it is
it's
a little
tackle.
dangerous. It is a little dangerous. Probably flag. But like, imagine just like being able to jump on a trampoline and catch a football. I don't know.
I don't know. I still
the
think
opportunities there.
like you imagine two big guys both jumping into the air. And like I don't know, like
Colliding.
if I think of a trampoline park, I think of like the square like trampoline
Yeah.
things with like the pads in between and stuff. If it was just straight trampoline, maybe that'd be better. I just feel like someone would land on their neck on like a pad and then
or like land
never
on
do that again.
I mean, but they do it in basketball.
Yeah.
If you watch some of those basketball players, it gets pretty physical and intense in there. Like there's some big hits in basketball. Tramskitball, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I just don't think if I was an NFL player, I'd like go that hard.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, this is fun. Like, let's play.
It'd be funny to see for a little bit.
Yeah, I'd watch for 5 minutes and then skip to the end to see who won. If I was watching on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
All right, I think that was a fun Pro Bowl discussion, like how to make the Pro Bowl better.
Yeah, Pro Bowl update.
We do have,
kind of
I guess, the one other
proposal.
thing. Do you see like Shadur Sanders made the Pro Bowl? And then something else I saw today, I don't know how I didn't see it before, Justin Fields, who was one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL this year, also got a Pro Bowl invite. And the reason for this is because like when players have to get out for injury or like they make the Super Bowl, you have to have people that fill in, or I guess you don't have to, but that's what the NFL does. So they pretty much invite everyone like on the list, and pretty much everyone says no until you get to Shadur Sanders, who played like half the season and threw more interceptions and touchdowns. So I don't know, like that shouldn't be a thing. What do you think we could do to fix that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like you don't necessarily need to have a Pro Bowl. Like the Pro Bowl's pretty cool, but like I don't feel like people really care about the Pro Bowl so much. And so it's like the fact that Shadur Sanders is going, I'm like, yeah, not a crazy good player, but you know what? Like it is what it is. This is like for fun, for funsies. And if it gets to the point where there are so many big names that are canceling, maybe we just cancel the Pro Bowl altogether, right? But like if a couple of people like Shadur Sanders sneak in who aren't that crazy of a player, maybe we just cancel.
Yeah, I don't know. And obviously it's going to happen more for quarterbacks because there's just less. But then like if 10 years later we're looking back and we're in an argument about like who's better, Shadur Sanders or Cam Ward or something, and you're like, hey, you know what?
He went to the Pro
Shadur
Bowl.
Sanders was a Pro Bowler. And so you're like, okay, like this doesn't really mean anything anymore. But yeah, like you're saying, it's really in the end
put an asterisk.
all for fun.
Put an asterisk right next to his Pro Bowl.
Yeah. All right.
'Kay.
Next segment.
The next segment. I've got some breaking news.
It's like
Music here.
3 days ago this happened.
Yeah, 3 days ago. So if anyone is familiar with the absolute ancient grandpa that is in the NBA, also known as Paul George, he's not even that old. He's 35. There's just some memes that have been blowing up. Like this is all satire. Paul George underwent a drug test from the NBA, and he has been suspended for 25 games due to improper medication. He violated the NBA's anti-drug policy, and so he's only going to be playing in the last 10 games for the Pelicans.
76ers. Yeah.
76ers. Why did I say Pelicans? Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Philadelphia. Oh my goodness. This is the Philadelphia.
Philadelphia and Pelicans. I can see how you get that mixed.
Yeah. Anyways, this will cost him $11.7 million of his $51 million salary. So,
Hey, I'm still gonna take that $40 million if I could get it. But
here's where the memes come in. There's all of these dunks that have happened this entire season. It's not even like the last couple of weeks. It's been the whole season. Every time he's like dunked the ball, people have been putting the caption, should have known something was up. And they're like some pretty like cool dunks, like some like 360, like windmill. Like there's some pretty cool dunks. But the funniest part about this is I originally saw on X. It only has 941 likes. And I saw it again on Instagram. It says, Free Paul George, school walkout, February 2nd, 2026 at 12:30 p.m. So one way here in the good old United States of America and of like other places on the earth, when you don't like something, you have a walkout, especially at like college campuses or something. And on February 2nd, I decided to do a walkout too. I didn't have class at the time.
You just walked out of your apartment.
I walked out of the library and I was just like, looking around to see if like anyone was actually going to do it. Because I mean, it got like a couple other posts had like 200,000 likes and like some of my buddies saw it. And I tried to like look around and find people who were doing a walkout for Paul
Like you
George.
just went up in the library and asked people,
No.
Hey, are you leaving the library because like you got to go to lunch, you're done studying, or are you walking out for Paul George?
I feel like the kind of people who would walk out for Paul George would have signs and they would really embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all satire. But I couldn't see anybody. So if there are clips on the internet, I tried looking to see if there were any like walkout, like actual
Maybe
walkouts.
like in Philly, there's maybe a classroom that the teacher was chill. He's like,
He's
you
like
know
a
what?
memester.
Like we're going to lunch in 15 minutes. We're walking out at 12:30.
We're walking out for Paul George.
Yeah.
I can't see any videos online. I've been trying to look for it, but free Paul George school walkout February 6th at 12:30. It was yesterday. You missed it. I tried looking around, couldn't see anybody, but at least there's one person who walked out. I guarantee it. So it's just pretty funny. Like, of course, people listening at home, don't do drugs. Please follow all the rules.
Yeah, and like, don't want to speculate. We don't know. Like, maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was on purpose. But yeah,
I'm just sharing it because it's just funny. What people did, like free Paul George, let's do a walkout. Just like the whole satirical part of it. It was just pretty funny. So
I don't think that they gave enough time.
25 games?
Yeah. No. For the walkout.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, you post it. When was it posted?
It was
February 1st?
Yeah, February 1st.
You can't give like that much time for a walkout. You don't have enough time to plan for it. You got to give them at least a couple of days for like this thing to circulate, you know?
I'm looking at some comments. It says anything to skip class, bro. Another person says, I might stay in class.
That's a real one right there. Or they just hate Paul George. You never know.
Yeah.
Dang.
There's just some funny comments on Instagram. It's just memes.
Yeah.
Just memes. So please don't sue us, Paul George.
All right. We have spent the first
26
minutes 26 minutes of this episode talking about everything but BYU sports. And this is the Hike White podcast, so we got to get some BYU love in here, or maybe hate, because this podcast episode is going to be about what's going wrong for BYU when they play big teams, because it seems like the answer is everything. BYU is 1-4 against ranked opponents, and the one win they had, the team wasn't ranked at the time. And I guess that doesn't mean a lot. No, Clemson.
Oh.
I guess if you could count Wisconsin, if Wisconsin's not ranked anymore.
Yeah, Wisconsin
Now-
was ranked number 23
Yeah.
when we beat them.
Now, I guess Clemson's ranked now, so that's looking like a good win, and it was on neutral floor. But BYU loses to Kansas. I don't think we've talked about that. Loses to Kansas on Saturday on the road. Great second half. Horrible first half. It didn't matter because BYU wasn't able to get over the hump. And it's happened now 4 times this season. And we're going to talk about it.
Story of my life. Goodness. Can I just say, as I love to glaze.
You just never get a big win, Nate?
I love to glaze BYU. I'm a big BYU guy. I love BYU.
Yeah.
What I'm tired of is the false hope. I'm so sick and tired of watching Arizona or Kansas, and it's like, oh, we actually have a game-winning shot right here. Like, if we make this shot, we could win the game right here. Like at Kansas, we had it within 4.
Yeah, within 4.
Against Arizona, we had an opportunity to shoot, and even against UConn.
Yeah, we were
against
right
UConn,
there.
We had another game-winning opportunity, and I'm like, if we're gonna go down by 19, just blow us out, please. Don't let us come back. Like to all,
You don't want to come back?
I mean, I want to come back.
I get like
but I
the
want to come back and
gut-wrenching
win.
feeling.
I want to come back and win. I'm tired of coming back and then just losing.
Yeah, it's like your mom is like, hey, no cookies tonight after dinner, sorry. And then, like, you're really good. And so she's like, you can have a cookie after dinner. And
Let's
then
go.
You do something mean during dinner. There goes the cookie, just like that.
And you're like, oh my
If
goodness.
you're like a kid listening to the podcast, now you can know
You
exactly
can
how we
relate
feel.
to us.
But yeah, it's tough. All right, I'm just gonna go through my list of kind of things that I have, and we can talk about it. Number one, we're giving up way too many open looks from three, or it's just our rotations. Like if we switch or double or something like that, it's just so late every time. I think Kansas was 9 for 12 at some point. I don't remember if it was the first half
From three?
or 9 for 12
Yeah.
from three, and maybe it was the first half. But I think they scored 50. Was it 55 or 56 in the first half? I don't remember. They had so many threes.
Couldn't tell you.
Every time they were open, I was like, there's no way this one goes down, right? Splash. Oh, okay. He's got to miss this one. And then it goes in again. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are all of these looks open? And so, I don't know. That's a huge problem.
Yeah, they had 53 in the first half. We only had 33.
Oh.
One thing that I saw against Kansas is sometimes BYU would double, or they would have Kada coming out of the paint and going all the way to the top of the key, and then it always left someone on the very left-hand side in the corner wide open. Like there's always someone in the corner who's wide open. I don't know what's going on with switching. That definitely is a problem. I agree with your opinion.
Yeah, and I guess the nice thing about this, like as I was making like this list and looking like at all the games BYU is struggling in, I was like, you know what? These are all things that we can fix. It's not like, oh, we don't have enough height, we can't get rebounds. Oh, we just don't have a go-to guy. Like these are things that we can fix. Here's another one. We're being outshot from three, and Kevin Young lives and dies on the three. And in these games, we're dying from the three. Every game besides the Arizona game in the second half when BYU started heating up, Kennard Davis hit 5, Alexei Kostic came in, hit a couple. Like, we've just been outshot completely. The Kansas game, like we were just saying, they destroyed us from three. Texas Tech was able to get a bunch of threes up on us. JT Toppin killed us. He was 3 for 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can BYU start hitting their threes is going to be a huge, huge question going forward.
Yeah, I think who we really need to step up from three, like from shooting threes, is Richie Saunders, and he's been coming back. I think it can't only be Richie though.
Yeah,
we need Kennard, we need Coach Stitch, we need even Diomande. Like we need somebody to just start getting hot from three, because I mean Richie had 33 against Kansas.
Yeah, career high.
And he was making threes, and he was shooting lights out. But then what ended up happening was as soon as he started hitting, like being lights out, they didn't leave him alone. He always had somebody on him. And whenever the ball was being passed around, it was always obvious to where the ball was going because they wanted to get Saunders a wide open three. Someone else needs to step up and start making threes, whether that's Rob Wright or AJ DeBanza. I have no clue. I was like,
who do we even go to in this situation?
I was sitting at home and I was like, who do we even give the ball to?
Because Kennard was 0 for 4. Davis didn't hit a 3 after hitting 5 against Arizona, which really stung because I was like, if he can
You thought
just
he was
get
coming
going.
back, yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Wright is a great shooter, but like I feel like we don't have any like plays drawn up for him to get a 3 off. And then AJ, he's just hit or miss. I don't know.
And it's like usually I'm like, oh yeah, thank goodness Saunders has the ball in his hand. He's gonna knock a 3 down. Like, oh, he got the ball in transition, like in our transition offense, and he's gonna absolutely bury this 3. This is gonna be awesome. I'm already standing up with my hands in the air, doing a 3-point signal because I already know this one's going in. But then I was watching the Kansas game. I was like, oh, don't give it to Kennard. Oh, don't give it to Rob. Oh, don't give it to AJ. Oh, I was like, wait, that's all the players. and then they got the ball to Boop. I was like, Boop. I was like, Boop, please. And then he hit it. I was going crazy.
That was the craziest moment of the game. I was in my apartment watching the game. My roommates don't necessarily love to watch sports, so they weren't like watching with me. And I just started screaming, "Boop, boop!" And they're like, "What
Boop.
are you doing? What are you talking about? Why are you just screaming boop?" Like, "Boop, Justin, up three!"
And it was a big 3 when we were coming
And
back.
it was his first one of the
First
year.
one of the year.
So yeah, kudos to Boop. Maybe Boop can be our floor stretcher. Who knows? I don't think so.
I mean, I'm really impressed with how Boop has been this season, and one of my secret weapons, because you're kind of sharing like some of the things that we can do to get better. I think one of them is have Boop kind of just become a secret weapon. You get the ball to Boop, because I've
if
been
you
impressed.
can get the ball to Boop, I was talking about this earlier in the season. I feel like every time it goes to it, just somehow slips out of his hands.
Yeah, but it's like he gets pretty good rebounds, and he puts them back up, and he hit that 1-3. I'm like, dude, Boop has become
Boop's the guy.
a very good player. I remember at the beginning of the season, I'm like, who's this bench player? Like, who is this guy? And now I'm like, oh, Boop's on the floor. This dude's awesome.
Okay.
Like, this man's going to get some rebounds and he's going to put up some shots. I think one thing that BYU can do is utilize Boop, and maybe we dismantle the big 3. And we have
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean by dismantle?
When I say
the big three?
dismantle, like, because
Rob, you're out. We're starting Boop.
no, because like Coach Young's always like, oh yeah, the big 3, this, big 3, whatever. He's always talking about those 3 players. I'm like, dude, let's give some love to somebody else. Let's see Boop just like get a bunch of playing time and just pop off. Like I mean, BYU's not going to play anyone really good this week. We have Oklahoma State, but I'm like, dude, let's.
Then Houston at home. Oh, I'm excited.
That's
going to
be a good game.
Yeah, unless we freaking lose again.
Let Boop pop off. Like, see what he can do against, because Oklahoma State, they're not the best team, and so we should be. I mean, they're 15-6, but I feel like they don't have any like real threat against BYU. We are kind of in like a stretch in our season where we're kind of struggling, but I'm like, let's see some other players like Boop pop off and really play some good basketball. I think Boop and Kennard and Kostic and Diomande, they can get some good playing time in the Oklahoma State game before we get to March. You know?
Yeah,
they're the future of this team. I feel like AJ's leaving. Let's get those guys some playing time.
Yeah. And with Boop, of course, like, I don't know about dismantling the big 3 and like having him have taken all the shots. I don't know if Boop's our go-to guy, but I agree. Like, let's get some love for some other guys. All right, here's one of the points that I found. I was like, wait a minute, BYU is actually doing really good in this category, and that's offensive rebounds. Mm-hmm. BYU has out offensive rebounded every team. I don't know if that's the way I should have said it. Every team that they've lost to. They've gotten more offensive rebounds. But listen to this stat. It's horrible. They're averaging 10 more shots per game.
Who? The
BYU.
Oh, my.
And they're still losing. And you know why? I think this is one of the big reasons why. BYU, in games that they've lost, is giving up 28 free throw attempts per game. And I was like, okay, that seems like a lot of free throw attempts, but like, let me check the stats to make sure. There are only 2 teams in college basketball that are shooting an average of more than 28 free throws per game, and that's USF shooting 28.8 and Auburn.
USF or UCF?
USF. So the South Florida Bulls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Auburn is shooting 28.4.
Really?
And so BYU is just giving up way too many free throws. And I was like, why? Because BYU is 4th in the league in free throws attempted for the other team. So I don't know. Maybe if BYU just like has their hands straight up, they don't come down. Like, could BYU start winning some of these games if they just don't foul teams?
That is a valid take. It's always a tricky situation when it comes to like shooting free throws, because I don't want to blame it on the refs. I really don't want to blame refs at all. But sometimes I watch some games and I'm like, oh my goodness, this officiating is awful. And then it turns into every single game that I watch, and I'm like, wait a minute. Either the refs are bad, or I just have a very bad perspective, or I just have like these awful goggles on. I'm kind of hoping that the officiating gets a little bit better, because after the BYU Arizona game and the BYU Kansas game, both teams are saying that officiating was awful.
Yeah.
When both fan bases are saying that, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and just for the Arizona game, if you're going to say both, like, this is here's a stat. BYU shot 12 free throws. Arizona, not 12. Wow, they made 12 free throws. BYU shot 19 free throws, and Arizona shot 32.
Yeah.
So 32 free throws in one game is insane.
It is insane. And so it's like, okay, like, is it the players? Is it the refs? Coach Young, please just fix this. Yeah. I feel like Coach Young will be able to, like, that's something that you can fix.
Get
in
it together.
Like, this is another thing. It's not like our team's too small. It's not like our team isn't like this or that. They just need to learn how to not foul, or they need to hopefully just get a good ref that won't call them for every nitpicky thing,
Yeah, and I've been saying, like, not necessarily on the podcast, but I've been saying BYU has time. Like, they have time to figure it out. But I feel like we're starting to get to the point, like, where maybe we don't have as much time as we used to.
We're running out of time.
It's February, guys. It's almost March, and March means playoff basketball. And so, yeah, BYU needs to lock in. BYU, you still have time, but you don't have as much time as we thought.
10 games.
10 games left.
We have 10 games, and we're playing in those 10 games. Number 8, Houston, a really good Colorado team. Number 1, Arizona. Number 7.
On the road. Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
Number 7, Iowa State here. A really good UCF team.
We're playing Texas Tech again, right?
And Texas Tech, which is number 13. We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 ranked teams. Most of them are ranked all of them are ranked in the top 15. 3 of them are ranked in the top 10. And we're going to be playing a really good UCF team, who I think is going to be a team that can make a lot of upsets in March Madness.
Have some fun in March.
And a good, where did the other team go? Colorado team. I feel like Colorado is also one of those kind of sleeper teams.
Yeah, and really no team in the Big 12 is like an easy team. Like, you saw, we play Utah twice, and Utah might be the worst team in the league. There were 2 close games. The second one kind of got away from Utah at the end. But, like, the Big 12 is good top to bottom. So you got to be wary of that. All right, I just have a couple more points, then we can wrap this up. BYU really is struggling in the fast break points.
Yes.
BYU,
oh my gosh.
I feel like I watch the games, I'm like, why are we giving up easy buckets off turnovers? Every game, AJ DeBonsta dribbles into the lane, into the block, wherever he's dribbling. Yeah, someone comes from the other end, he just doesn't realize it. And that's maturity. You got to know, okay, I got to feel someone on my back. Fast break points right there. And then it just feels like BYU never has something going on the other end. With the active hands that BYU had, Rob Wright, Richie Saunders, AJ DeBonsta, the big 3, those guys can all get multiple steals per game. Mm-hmm. But in the 4 games that we had, we only had 20 fast break points versus 44 for our opponents. 20 fast break. That's an average
4 games?
of 5 fast break points per game.
Oh my gosh.
That's everything's happening in the front court, and it's horrible.
I remember the beginning of the season, there was a lot of like breakaway dunks, alley-oops, like a steal from AJ where it's like tossed down the court. I just don't see that anymore. I don't see any breakaways coming from BYU.
Nothing.
I don't see turnovers turning into points. I see turnovers being turned into Rob Wright just bringing the ball down the court, standing in the corner, calling the play, and then they try to get the ball to AJ or Richie or somebody, right? Or he just takes it himself. I don't ever see like breakaway steals. And one phenomenal player on Kansas, I forget I don't remember his name.
Which guy?
He's like the dog.
It's not Darren Peterson. It's not him.
No, it's not him. He said he's like a dog. Oh, Council Jr.
Oh yeah,
M. Council Jr. He was making some really he was making like some diving efforts and just tipping the ball, getting fast breaks, getting steals, and then throwing them down for dunks. The end of the game for BYU versus Kansas, Council, I think he had back-to-back steals that turned into like one that turned into an alley-oop and the other one that turned into a wide-open man down the court for a dunk. And it's just like, it was phenomenal. Like this Kansas team is going to be a team that can make a big run in the March Madness playoffs, I guess if you were to call it, because they just know how to steal the ball. They know how to handle the ball and like protect it. Like,
yeah,
that's like the simplest aspect of it.
And the interesting thing about this Kansas team is that their star Darren Peterson, who's pretty likely to go number one in the NBA draft, like he's been out for so much of the season that this Kansas team, especially I feel like Melvin Council Jr., who kind of is that dog you were saying, they've learned how to play without him, and now they can play really well without him. And when he comes onto the court, the play is just elevated to another level. And so they've lost a couple of games, but I think they were on a 5-game winning streak because they just beat Texas Tech on the road. So Kansas might be one of the hottest teams in the nation right now, and they're looking really, really good.
And do you know what Melvin Council Jr.'s saying is? Have you ever heard this?
I don't know.
It's his quote. It says, "If you're not a dog, you're dog food." And then he goes, but it's fine. I'll try to pull up a clip.
That's awesome.
Play it in a sec. But he always says, "If you're not a dog, you're dog food." And dude, seeing him playing against BYU,
he was a dog.
BYU was dog food, and he was definitely a dog. Just getting steals, getting the ball. Like, he was getting his hands on the ball, getting rebounds.
When BYU got it to within 4, he made a tough bucket. It was like a fadeaway 18-foot jumper. Made a tough bucket to get up to 6, and then that was kind of the point where BYU was out of it after Richie missed a 3 on the other end. All right, so one more thing I wanted to talk about that's pretty prevalent. Is that?
Yeah, prevalent. Relevant?
I don't know. Is prevalent a word? Am I saying that wrong?
Prevalent is definitely a word.
Okay, something's going on. All right, BYU, are they the second half team of college basketball? Because that's what they've been looking like. And I know there's a quote from Kevin Young. I don't know if you want to try to pull that one up because the other one wasn't working. But BYU has outscored every team that they've lost to outside of Texas Tech, although they did have a really good run for their money with about 9 minutes to go. They've outscored every team they've lost to in the second half. And some of the teams they've like destroyed in the second half, like Arizona, or maybe it wasn't Arizona, Kansas. No, the Kansas game, they scored, I'm pulling it up right now, or Arizona, they had 10 points on them. UConn, they had 9 more in the second half. And then Kansas, they had 12. And, like, it's even more than this because, like, BYU's getting there and then they just can't finish the job at the very end. But BYU, I don't know. How do we fix it? How does BYU play with the same energy that they're playing in the second half as in the first half? Because it's not like this is a completely different BYU team. I think BYU just needs to maybe play faster in the first half, not worry too much about getting into their sets and just kind of go with the flow. Do you have the quote?
Yeah, here's the quote.
Analytic about how we're the best offensive second half team in the country, I'm going to throw up. So it's like we got to make sure that we're doing everything in our power individually and collectively to generate good offense in first halves of ball games. It's just hard to dig yourself a hole.
Yeah, you can't. BYU, another interesting stat that I've seen, 5 second half comeback wins. They have 5 times where they've been trailing at halftime, and they came back and won. And that's just insane to me. How does a team that's this good with this much talent that they can play so well in the second half, just they aren't able to turn it on in the first half? I don't know. I feel like this can be fixed, and hopefully it can be fixed for March because that's where it all matters. But if it's not, like BYU can't dig themselves out of a hole 6 games in a row and win the national title.
Yeah, I think BYU by nature is just a comeback team.
The cardiac Cougs.
The cardiac Cougs. Like, it doesn't matter what sport you're playing. If it's volleyball, basketball, football, I feel like BYU is always making these crazy comebacks, and sometimes they lose, sometimes they win. And like sometimes it's like, oh wow, look at this crazy overtime football win against Iowa State or whoever we beat in overtime during the football season, right? I don't think that's how we need to stay. I want to see BYU drop a 50 bomb in the first half. I want them to get to the point where it's like we're getting 53 points in the first half, and teams are like, okay, now we're the best team playing in the second half. Like I want to see BYU go up 19 and maybe almost lose the game, but at least they were up 19 at one point. I want to see that. I'm tired of being down 19 at halftime. I think this all, as a basketball player myself, I think it's all mental. I think just going into the game with the right positive mental attitude, just being like, okay, we own this court. We're going to go play our hearts out, and we're going to do our best. I think there's got to be something that needs to happen in the locker room. Some words need to be said where the basketball team comes out in the first half and they just absolutely rock it. And I think where we're going to see this the most is it's going to be here at the Marriott Center, and it's going to be after BYU loses to a bunch of ranked teams and games where they should have won. And I think we're getting to that point. Like I'm seeing Houston's got to watch out when they're coming here to the Marriott Center after losing all these ranked wins, right? After BYU has lost in so many games where they should have come back and won, you got to watch out for this BYU team because they're going to come out with anger. And if they don't, they're going to just continue that streak.
Yeah, if they don't deserve to win. BYU needs to just lock in.
Yeah.
Like, if BYU can play with the same intensity that they have been playing in the second half for the whole game, who's going to beat them?
Nobody.
Like, no one can. Like we saw, we almost beat Arizona, the number one team in the nation.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think anyone can beat this BYU basketball team. So, yeah, we've got hopes, Final Four hopes. They're still there. I just hope that they're not given and then wrenched away like we were talking about before. But
adjustments need to be made. AJ DeBanza has his eyes on the national championship. Other players on this team have their eyes on the national championship. We can get a national championship this year. I believe in it. And what it's all going to come down to is if our players believe. So fans, go support our Cougars. Go to the away games. Go to the home games, even if we're playing against Oklahoma State. I know so many people listen to this podcast. And everyone
we can
on BYU,
truly inspire a nation here.
Go to basketball games, cheer on our Cougars. And I know AJ DeBanza always listens to this podcast, so pass the ball.
Hey, well, I know we're like finishing up. AJ DeBanza did pass the ball against Kansas, and I was like, I kind of want to see him take more shots. So it's like, who knows? Like, we'll see what happens. I trust Kevin Young to figure this out. I trust this BYU basketball team. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, well, I'm impressed how long we were able to go. Like we're at 53 minutes. It's just us two.
Let's go.
Here, give me some.
There we go, bro.
Here, hit the. That's a little loud. Dude, we did it.
Let's go. And we don't have Connor to
we miss Connor.
lead us out. So,
I can do it.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend to sound like Connor.
Okay.
Hey guys. I can't do it.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast.
No, it's deeper. Hey guys.
No, I don't think it's
Not that
deep.
deep.
I feel like I got the deep podcast. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. Make sure you go cheer on our Cougars this Wednesday against Oklahoma State. Go Dogs.
Great outro, Connor. Appreciate that.
Go Cougars. Connor, if you're listening to this part of the podcast, nothing personal, bud. We love you. I feel like I should just apologize.